Cleveland, Ohio is the scene for the Knicks. As clutch as they come, Jalen Brunson planning to deliver another stellar performance as they go head-to-head with the Cavaliers. Knicks, Cavs, the Eastern Conference Finals continue. Eastern Conference Finals action. Boy, and a 2-0 series thus far. Who will take Game 3? We're going to find out here. Live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA playoffs. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. Look at Cleveland. They weren't able to steal one on the road. Now they need to get on the board to keep this close.
And that added bit of pressure isn't going to do him any favor. However, it's not a series until someone wins on the road. A win tonight changes the whole landscape.
Now here's Harden. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Hard against Mobley. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Well, you got to take your defense up a notch. 3 notches on this block.
Mitchell against Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. 3-pointers off the mark. Now the Cavaliers with it. As James Harden's career has gone on, Clark, he has crept his way up the all-time scorers list.
Yeah, it's kind of been a low-key stealth march, if you will. I mean, as long as he stays healthy, I think he's going to end up cracking the top 10 in all-time assists, and maybe he can go higher up that list.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the 3, and boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson. Well, right away, coach shared his thoughts on Jalen Brunson. He said, quote, he's going to get hot, that's just a fact. But the moment that happens, we hope to trap him, double him, and throw water on that fire. There you have it. Sounds like coach is hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to Brunson. Kevin?
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And so just over a minute and a half played. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Bridges. Mitchell against Bridges. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points. With a chance for another one at the stripe.
Even though he stands just 6'1", Mitchell is a plus rebounder for a guard. Big vertical and those long arms.
Sam Merrill. He's checked in for Wade. And New York with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in for OG Anunoby. Free throw dropped for Mitchell. New York's drawn 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Mitchell against Bridges. Brunson, left side. No good there. Good D by Harden. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And then Allen slams it in.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that's the stuff of nightmare for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
Now here's Brunson. Good work defensively by Harden.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Harden with it. Brunson covering. Brunson with some nice D. 1:06 left to play here in the first. Hart kicks to Brunson. Some nice passing by New York here. Robinson down low. Defended by Allen. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Finished off the break. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Now here's Towns. They need this. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the night right here. No good on the free throw.
You can tell Towns is a true modern-day player. He's got a diverse skill set, and he can do so much more than you're used to seeing from a guy his size at his position.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Tyson's checked in. And Strus is subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Clarkson, he's checked in for Hart. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Her passes to Strus. And here is Allen. Pass to Strus. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Robinson. Clarkson looking for an opening. Shoots over Merrill. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Clark, one thing about Mitchell Robinson, he has got great rim protection, rebounding, and a nice sense on the floor of what to do.
Yeah, he's a big guy that really wreaks havoc on the glass. I mean, his size, jumping ability, and timing, along with his nose for the ball, forget about trying to keep him off the glass. He's getting offensive rebounds, and he's an excellent finisher, rolling out of picks for the lob. Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
The Cavaliers leading. Bounce pass from Merrill. Schroeder looking around. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Wade, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. James Harden comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Merrill. He's covered by Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Wound up there for Allen. Towns with the steal. Clarkson on the wing. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Towns against Allen. Fires from 18. He can't hit that time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Wade outside, back to Harden. Harden draws the double. Wade passes to Harden. Shoots over Alvarado. Harden's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Alvarado. Wade against Towns. And he banks in the layup. Towns has got the lead up to 1 now for the Knicks. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Well, before games, Jared Allen makes a point of fist bumping and connecting, not just with the teammates and coaches, but team staff, security, ball boys. He said it's showing everybody love. They're all a part of it. I'm getting them hyped for the game, and it gets me going too. Kevin, back to you.
All about that connection. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Cleveland. Mitchell comes in for Sam Merrill. And then for New York, Robinson's checked in for Bridges. Andrew Shamet comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Shamet the pass to Robinson. Nice D from Bryant.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Mitchell dishes to Harden. Wade sets the pick for Harden. Shoots. Knicks with the rebound. They're excited about the win on Thursday.
Yeah, and that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks out front. They lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the New York Knicks.
Playoff atmosphere, hostile environment, man. They're handling the pressure, putting themselves in a good spot to win.
Hard to focus with thousands of fans screaming at you. They've stayed in it. They've stayed confident. Looking at the series breakdown for the Cavaliers. When you think about the series, Shaq, do they need to win this game?
Yes, Ernie. If they lose this one, they are in a serious hole. I'd even call it a Shaq-size hole.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And here we go. Heading back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Finals. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They lead by 1. Bridges outside. Brunson against Harden. And Dean Wade gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Anunoby against Wade. Shot clock at 6. Brunson against Harden. Brunson, no good. Well, the Cavaliers shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. To the inside. Here's Mobley, and he goes big with the dunk right over Mikal Bridges. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
The Knicks shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Towns looking around. And the layup falls. Towns has got the lead up to 1 now for New York.
We know Towns is an excellent perimeter shooter, but I like seeing him assert himself inside, too.
Mobley kicks to Mitchell. Allen, a screen on Bridges. It's deflected. And slam dunk by Allen.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Here's Bridges. Still yet to score. Anunoby outside. Back to Bridges. Pass to Towns. Over Allen. And again, it's New York. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Mitchell outside. There's a good screen. Here's Allen, defended by Towns. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Some nice passing by New York here. Wade outside. Brunson against Harden. Allen passes to Harden. To the paint. Anunoby against Mobley. Pass to Brunson. Brunson being aggressive.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with him.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Sam Merrill, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And New York with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in for Anunoby. And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Mobley looking it over. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Holds it up there for Mobley. Towns with the steal. Bridges against Mitchell. Bridges up top. Hasn't made one yet.
And Bridges is a crafty player. Knows how to draw whistles and get to that line.
The Knicks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Bridges. A different look now for Cleveland. Tyson's checked in. And Strus is subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. And then for New York, Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. Both free throws good from Bridges. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Schroeder outside. Allen right side. They set the pick. Just 4 to shoot. To end the drought, Merrill gets the bucket. Merrill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Struz fires from way outside. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Knicks lead by 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. From deep Harden, Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Clarkson outside. That 3 off the mark. The Cavaliers trailing. Merrill on the wing. Pass to Struz to tie it up. Yep, right through the net. Struz has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Cleveland.
And that is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Here's Alvarado. Left side, Towns. Here's Alvarado. Nailed from three-point land. Alvarado's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And, you know, the height of Towns gives him an advantage in seeing the floor so well. He's excellent at making these nice passes.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. A different look for New York. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, well during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points on the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Very
efficient from the mid-range. Hart doesn't need a lot of wiggle room to feel comfortable shooting that shot.
Towns, the second chance shot is good.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
2 minutes.
Here's Harden.
2 minutes.
Now Wade. Now Harden. Shoots. Towns with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 3. Now Hart. Now Brunson. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Brunson. Harden knocks it away.
Some hard-nosed defense from Harden on that block. That's sure to get the bench fired up.
Wade outside. Now Allen. Harden looking it over. A 10-footer. Good work there as it goes down.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial time.
Towns a screen on Harden. Here's Towns. Misses the 3. Harden outside. To take the lead. Outside Mobley. Now Wade. Outside Mobley. Lets loose a 3. Knocks down the 3.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see here?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Harden against Brunson. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Al Harden. Mobley, a screen on Brunson. It drops.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Guys, what are their best options now?
Not enough time to catch and shoot there. They'll have to tip it off the inbound pass to get it up and down.
So it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. Things were looking bleak for him, obviously, coming into this game. But with tonight's win, Greg, they are right back in it.
And that's the fight this team has. They don't care what the odds are. They are going to keep battling. And suddenly, you've got a series on our hands.
We sure do. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, James Harden.
At guard, 6'3", number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Thanks for joining us for the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. A make-or-break game tonight with the series standing at 2-0. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Look at the Cavaliers, they're down 2-0. But on the bright side, they're back home. A chance to get back in the series.
And you don't make the conference finals unless you're a great team. So I think being at home is important to them. And we're going to see them come out with some fight.
Now here's Towns. lets it go from 11, and he makes it.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
Mobley outside. Back to Harden. There's the three. And it's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Bridges against Mitchell. And the basket by Bridges.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And last season, the Cavs were pretty healthy through the regular season, but that luck deserted them in the playoffs, Richard.
And I think that and that they didn't have a lot of competition in their first-round matchup did not set them up to succeed.
Just 4 to shoot. Harden can't hit.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let him score there.
Towns outside. Pass to Harden. For three, Bridges. He buries it from 3. Bridges has got 5.
Look at that catch and shoot ability from Bridges. Not all forwards have that skill.
Back to Harden. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Merrill, he's checked in for Cleveland. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in. Here's Brunson. Pass to Robinson. Mobley against Towns. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Allen.
2 minutes.
Allen with a screen on Brunson. Three-pointer, Harden. Counted from distance.
Scans the floor, runs the picks. Harden executes nicely.
Down low. Mobley's on him. Outside Robinson. Screen by Robinson. And he lobs it up top. 6 on the shot clock. It's Merrill on the wing. Back to Harden. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brunson. Pass to Towns. Uses the glass on the layup. Towns has got his second basket on the night.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Back to Harden. Three-pointer. And it's Harden again missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Robinson. Out to Bridges. From downtown. Hits the trifecta. Bridges has got 8 points.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Harden against Brunson. Harden, the pass to Merrill. It's stolen by Hart. Outside Brunson with the drive. 1 second left, and it's New York scoring again.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. New York out in front, up 11. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Allen with a screen on Clarkson. Allen attacking, and it's Allen who slams it home.
And Allen's agility is so impressive. Solid at finding ways to score off any screen roll.
Bridges outside. That three's off the mark.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Merrill passes to Schroeder. Allen a screen. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Hard to stop a guy with Allen's physical gifts inside. He forces the defense to get sloppy and foul him.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Allen. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the three?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Wade, he's checked in for Tyson. Second free throw, no good.
A pure 5. Jared Allen isn't trying to shoot a bunch of threes. He bangs them low, he rebounds, protects the paint. He is a rare breed.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Guys, the Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether two big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Back over to you, Ryan.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Here's Allen. After the basket by New York on the other end. Alvarado with a steal. Clarkson outside. Pass to Robinson. Clarkson outside. Shot clock at 6. Keeps it alive. They shoot again. The rebound by Allen.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
We've got 1:48 left in the second quarter. Wade, that's good.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Please welcome to the court the powerhouse team.
For the Cavaliers, Bryant, he's checked in for Allen. Mitchell comes in for Merrill. And it's James Harden in for Schroeder. New York also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Shamet comes in for Mikal Bridges. For Alvarado. Count the basket.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Agreed. He's just too dominant inside. So you're better off stopping him from getting the ball in the first place.
Now here's Harden. Fires from deep. Towns with a rebound. Shamet passes to Clarkson. And James Harden pulls it down. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. 9-point game. The offensive rebound. Wade lays it up and banks it in. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put it in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Inside goes Brunson. Banked it in off the glass. Brunson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Now, you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
Mitchell, the pass to Bryant. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Bryant. And Evan Mobley subbed in for Strus. Hart's checked in for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. Now here's Brunson. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Towns for 3. And again, the Knicks missing. Harden against Brunson. Outside Harden. And it's in there. Harden's got 5 now.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
And so it's New York closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Fans, let's wrap it up and get ready for your poker fight. Arena of
Howdy, folks. Game 3 here at the half, and it is a substantial deficit for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
Looking at the series breakdown for the Cavaliers, they find themselves down 2-0. Could be looking at a tough path forward. Shaq, is panic part of the vocabulary?
Normally, you don't say panic in situations like these, but right now, these guys need to smash that panic button, do something different.
I don't think they could take the same approach and win this series. Adjustments are needed for them to get back in it.
Just like adjustments are needed here in the studio, but that's a story for another day. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we're back with more action from the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
And if he felt any pressure coming into this game, he sure hasn't shown it. What a sensational start.
His performance shows no sign of any nerves. Great job controlling your emotions.
And here's Harden. Pass to Wade. Now here's Mitchell. Stolen by Bridges. Fast break, New York. He goes up, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Just look at those stats from Bridges, and he is feeling it.
Cavaliers trail by 9. Harden, the pass to Allen. Outside Mitchell. Fires for 3. Hart pulls it in. Well, the Knicks shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. When we talk about Donovan Mitchell, Richard, how impressed are you with his leadership?
He's been great. Every season, Mitchell has accepted more and more responsibility. He knows he's looked at as a leader, and his drive to win really motivates those around him.
Now here's Mitchell. He's scoreless. Shoots over Bridges, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Hart passes to Brunson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Chalk up 2 there.
Mobley is a gifted scorer down low.
New York leading by 7. Towns on a screen. Takes the 3. Brunson missing again.
And sometimes on defense, people just get lucky.
And he's going for the oop here. And Mobley throws it down.
It must be nice to have a 7-footer like Mobley that you can just throw pretty much anything out there and he'll go get it.
Outside Anunoby. Screen by Hart. His first shot attempt. And again, the Knicks missing. The Cavaliers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Cleveland working the ball around now. Mitchell, a screen on Hart. From deep, Mobley. He drops it from range. Now just a 2-point New York lead.
This is something that Mobley is still developing, but nice to see him take a confident shot from the arc.
Brunson against Harden. Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. And miss after miss right now. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Wade, the pass to Allen. Back to Wade for the tie. And he hits it to tie the game. Wade's got 7.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
To the inside. Towns throws it down.
It's so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and roll. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
Here's Harden. Allen on the wing. Pass to Harden. Down low. Tries again. And it's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Anunoby passes to Hart. A shot, no good. Good D by Mobley. Here's Harden. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. He has 7.
In the paint, Harden, man, he's just a tough guard. If you get too close, you know that this man is a master at drawing fouls.
That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the 4th quarter of basketball coming up next. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. Clarkson outside. Towns outside. Back to Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Ooh, like an artist getting creative in the air. He can finish above the rim in a lot of ways, and they're all fun.
Pass to Strus. Back to Wade. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And what a comeback. Do they have enough left to maintain this energy and get the win?
They've played with a lot of heart to get back in this, and now they've got the other side on their heels with the game winding down.
Towns can't get it to go. Cleveland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Harden fires, and he nails it.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Different look for Cleveland. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Strus. Evan Mobley comes in for Tyson. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Merrill. New York also changing it up. Hart's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Harden. Stolen by Bridges. Here's Anunoby. Now Towns. Now Brunson. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
Harden against Brunson.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
At the line for Cleveland, James Harden, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2.
Let me say this. If you need it, he's got it. Harden does everything you want out of an offensive weapon.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
In a tight game, this is who they want taking these shots.
And there's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one. That's off. Cleveland has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hart. Mitchell against Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Now Brunson from downtown. Allen rips down the board.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Brunson against Harden. Towns outside. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Now here's Brunson. Clock at 6. Towns a screen on Mitchell. It's good.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Allen with a screen on Brunson. Shoots a 3. Ooh, it doesn't go. Hard against Harden. Now here's Brunson. Towns a screen on Mobley. Here's Towns to take the lead. Nice. That one's good.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Harden scanning the floor. So it's the Knicks who come out on top here. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.
You think it's only a matter of time, but the postseason is all about expecting the unexpected. They need to stay focused and finish strong.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Mikal Bridges.
I'm looking forward to this break. You're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Now here's Harden. Shoots over Brunson. Harden can't hit.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Brunson the pass to Anunoby. Allen against Towns. On the wing, Bridges. Pocket 6. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Well, Coach had nothing but praise for Jalen Brunson, and he said he spent a lot of time watching Jalen. His words were, it's not easy for a player his size to dominate like he does. It speaks to his drive and his ability to outthink his opponents. Coach holds Brunson in high regard. Back over to you.
All right, Allie, thanks you for that. Now here's Towns.
And this guy is exceptional from the charity stripe. You want a guy like Karl Anthony Towns who can knock these down as a big.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Harden looking it over. Down low to the middle. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
You've got to put that length and frame to work. Evan Mobley sets the screen and creates room for his roll.
Not loose. Stolen by Harden. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Sam Merrill. He's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for OG Anunoby. Allen passes to Harden. Pass to Merrill. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Here's Robinson. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson.
Well, exactly where you want Robinson taking advantage offensively. Use the length and size to score inside.
Here's Merrill. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Locked up there for Allen. And stolen by Hart. Bridges for 3. Drops in the tray.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Allen, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And it's Brunson missing.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Mobley the pass to Merrill. Mobley a screen on Hart. Back to Mobley. Lets it go from deep. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Shot from 12. Mobley with the block.
Yeah, this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
And Cleveland making a change here. Tyson's checked in. And a switch here also for New York. Clarkson's checked in. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
Harden against Brunson. Harden with it. He's looking for Mobley and finds him. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
Here's Schroeder. And that one released in time, but no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 5. And after this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back to playoff basketball on 2K Sports. This is the Eastern Conference Final. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Clock at 6. Back to Alvarado. Offline with his 3. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Tyson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, Doris, it's an ongoing debate, but some believe that the game is better today than ever before. I think it is. What about you?
Well, Kevin, despite what you might hear from players from prior generations, I 100% agree with you. Each and every year, we seem to be setting a record for the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. The players have never been more skilled. We lean heavily into analytics. It's in a perfect place.
He's off on the first. Wade, he's checked in for Max Strus. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Knicks. No luck that time either. And when you watch OG Anunoby, what stands out most to you, Doris?
Oh, Kevin, you can't make me pick just one. I mean, this guy is elite on the defensive end of the floor. He's always going to give you great effort. And you better look out on the offensive end. OG Anunoby is starting to become a problem.
Tyson banked in off the glass. Tyson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Cavs. Robinson sets a screen for Clarkson. Inside. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist from Clarkson. Robinson's got the lead. Back up to 5 now for New York. Now here's Schroeder. He's defended by Alvarado. Wade outside. Latrey sinks the triple. Wade's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Here they come, fans. It's your
Max Strus is checked in for the Cavaliers. James Harden comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And a switcher also for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Clarkson finds Anunoby. Clarkson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from way outside. And it's Wade with the rebound. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Cavaliers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Merrill can't hit. For New York, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. To the paint. The kick out to Anunoby. Good on the 3-point shot. Anunoby's got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks.
The jump shot just keeps improving from OG Anunoby. Amazing. You put in the time, you get into a nice rhythm.
It's Allen on the wing. And it's Wade in the corner. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Wade's got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Anunoby, good.
What an answer from OG Anunoby, delivering the 3-point shot in response. Wow.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. They are still stinging from the loss on Thursday.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mobley, he's checked in for Max Strus. And it's Mitchell in for Sam Merrill. And then for New York, Josh Hart comes in for Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Pass to Mitchell. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And on that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket for Mobley.
Oh, to be blessed with athleticism and touch. Mobley has all the tools to be elite.
Back to Brunson. 35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the shot goes down.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Mobley outside. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. To the inside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Mobley's got his 3rd basket of the night.
James Harden is the master of pick and roll action. This guy flawless in his execution.
On deep, Brunson. The shot misses. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Knicks out front. They're up by 3. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
Welcome all. Game 3, and it's a real halftime cliffhanger for the New York Knicks.
Playoff atmosphere. Hostile environment, man. They're handling the pressure, putting themselves in a good spot to win.
Hard to focus with thousands of fans screaming at you. They've stayed in it. They've stayed confident. Looking at the series breakdown for the Cavaliers. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think, if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and they're not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew, with the second half.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. One guy who's been getting it done is OG Anunoby.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
You get the sense when there's big-time performances to be had, this guy wants to take part. You expect that this is a trend that will continue here.
And he drops it in from the low post. Brunson's got his 2nd basket of the game. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brunson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Second chance shot. Out space inside.
Generously listed as 6'1", Jalen Brunson knows his way around the inside and painted area. Look out.
Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
The Knicks leading by 5. To Hart. In the corner, it's Bridges. Anunoby has the open look. No good with the triple.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. It's rebounded by New York. And Anunoby, here we go. Bridges kicks to Hart. Carries it from three-point range. Hart's got the lead up to 8 now for New York.
Yeah, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Harden dishes to Allen. Pass to Mitchell. Lets it go with the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. And DB with Mitchell out there on the court, we have one of the most dynamic players in the NBA.
And Kevin, let's not forget one of the smartest as well. Donovan Mitchell played for Quinn Snyder early. He talks often about now understanding the game at a much higher level.
Hart, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. Trailing here by 8. The three from Harden. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Anunoby finds Brunson. Hart outside. Brunson against Harden. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Allen, a screen on Brunson. Harden the pass to Allen. Hammer it home! Hammer it home!
That is authority right there.
30 seconds left to play in the third. Anunoby outside. With a screen on Wade. Anunoby kicks to Hart. That's the foul. Anunoby outside. 4 on the clock. Brunson has a two-pointer. Evan Mobley with the rebound. And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. Right back after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Wade sets the pick for Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Bryant.
Well, this is the basis of James Harden's game, right? That three-point accuracy opens up every other aspect of the floor and his scoring ability.
There's a screen by Robinson. Clarkson for 3. The putback, and Robinson is right there. And the Knicks lead by 7.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Wade passes to Harden. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Jared Allen's checked in for Bryant. Mobley comes in for Max Strus. And it's Mitchell in for Sam Merrill. Then for the Knicks, Josh Hart. He's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now. Keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Towns, rebounded by Allen inside.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Mitchell outside. Now Harden. Now Mitchell. Launches it. Rebounded by Anunoby. The Knicks leading by 4. Outside, Brunson. Here's Hart. Nice use of the glass and the finish.
So confident in the painted area. Josh Hart understands how to score inside.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Sam Merrill, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Now, here is Harden. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Cavaliers making a switch here. Strus is checked in.
Now, into the lineup for Cleveland, number 2, Max Strus.
Brunson against Mitchell. Hits the step back. What skill.
So what a good feel for what the defense is conceding. Donovan Mitchell very willing to get to that mid-range jumper.
Now Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Brunson. Shot from 16. Mobley there for the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Lets it go from 14, and the shot will go down.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
And right now, neither side could get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Beating the contact, Brunson gets by.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
Now Mobley. Mitchell. And he banks the layup in.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Brunson against Mitchell. Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now Strus. A three-pointer. Good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Allen's checked in for Max Strus. Hart outside. Now Anunoby. Stolen by Mitchell.
When Donovan Mitchell is this close to the cup, the defender has got to feel a bit uneasy.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell, 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mitchell against Brunson. That one's off, still out of sync, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
At the line for your Cavaliers with 2 shots, Sam Merrill.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. And what's their best move at this point?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Brunson scanning the floor. Hard outside. Launches from deep. That one misses.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. Things were looking bleak for them, obviously, coming into this game, but with tonight's win, Greg, they are right back in it.
And that's the fight this team has. They don't care what the odds are. They are going to keep battling, and suddenly we've got a series on our hands.
We sure do. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. And so long, everyone.
the other forward position, standing 6'11", number 4, Evan Mobley. At the point, standing 6'5", number 1, James Harden. At guard, 6'3", number 45, Donovan Mitchell. Your Cleveland Cavaliers head coach is Kenny Atkinson. Another round of applause for your Cleveland Cavaliers.
These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hardworking, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Mobley. Back to Harden. 5 to shoot. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
Anunoby for 3. Knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Mobley. Back to Harden. Mobley, a screen on Brunson. And Mobley throws it down.
Ivy, creative, pacing, spacing, all of that on display. Incredible in the pick and roll.
And we're about a minute into the first. Bridges outside. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. For 3. Offensive rebound. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
The Cavaliers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Brunson with it. Harden picks him up. 3-pointer, Bridges. The next rebound. Hart passes to Anunoby. Outside Hart, just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. Towns for 3. Mobley grabs the board.
And that's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Right?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. He was all alone on that one.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
A different look for Cleveland. Tyson, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Merrill in for Wade. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Anunoby. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Bridges. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Mitchell, the pass to Harden. And he lays it up and in.
Defense has problems with Harden inside. He can make those close shots appear easy.
Outside Hart. Brunson passes to Hart. New York working the ball around now. Clarkson for three. Rebounded by James Harden. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for the Cavs. Strus comes in for Donovan Mitchell. Mikal Bridges checked in for New York. Alvarado comes in for Brunson. Merrill passes to Strus. Here's Tyson. 14 feet away. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland. New York has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. On the wing, Clarkson, covered by Merrill. Kicks it out, Towns. Pass to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off the shot here. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, I love the activity in the pick and roll from Bridges. Delivering a dime right on the money.
Allen a screen. Three-pointer, Harden. And the three-pointer goes. Harden's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cleveland on top. They're up by 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Here's Schroeder after the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Merrill. The three is up. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Merrill's got his first 3 points of the game. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Wade's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. And Anunoby's checked in. And both free throws good for Robinson. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Allen a screen. Schroeder with it. And it's Robinson picking him up. Schroeder can't get it to go. Bridges against Strus. Robinson a screen on Strus. Bridges. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Shots good by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his first points of the game.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Robinson. He has 6. And it's Jared Allen with the foul. Harden, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And Anunoby for 3. And the Knicks miss again. The Cavaliers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Merrill with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Cleveland working the ball around now. On the wing, Wade. Here's the 3. Here's Allen. Oh, Robinson with a block. Now here's Alvarado, defended by Harden. Here's Robinson, 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
He gets it where he wants it and takes it up strong.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Comes in for Jared Allen, and Donovan Mitchell is subbed in for Merrill. New York also changing it up. Shamet comes in for Bridges, and Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Mitchell, jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Brunson. Towns outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Shamet. Checked by Mitchell. From the wing. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Outside Strus. Pass to Wade. Back to Strus. They set the pick. And here's Harden. Shot from the low post is good. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Back to Brunson. 30 seconds left in the first half. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Up top Harden. Brunson defending. Brunson against Harden. Over Brunson. Harden misses. The clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And we'll step away briefly, but gets you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're thinking about the shot. You are so close. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? Looking at the series breakdown for the Cavaliers. They've gone into halftime with the game all tied up. But, Kenny, what do they need to do to make this series competitive?
Well, they'll need to come out after the half, and they'll hit the court with a lot of energy, and starting with executing the coach's notes right away.
Absolutely. They can't afford to waste any time. Got to grab the lead and never let go of it.
Hopefully they've got enough fight left in them. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to the Eastern Conference Finals presented by 2K Sports. Boy, it's been quite a game for Mitchell Robinson.
And if he felt any pressure coming into this game, he sure hasn't shown it. What a sensational start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. And now Allie LaForce has an update for us on Jared Allen. What's the news, Allie?
Hey guys, the Cavaliers head athletic trainer gave me an update. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Despite the longer time frame for a full recovery, the training staff is letting him play. We'll be keeping you updated as we hear more, but for now, he's not going to let this slow him down.
Thanks as always, Allie. Appreciate the report.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the hardest part about this situation is just not knowing. At least we have a bit more clarity now.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Well, the Knicks shooting around 50% of the game so far. Pass to Brunson. 5 on the clock. Shoot from the baseline. Yep, that one goes. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And so effective from these in-between spots. Brunson doesn't need much room to feel comfortable.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and let the game play out. Guys?
Physical. Allie, thanks very much for the report. So it's the Knicks now. After the basket by Cleveland. The shot by Towns, no good. Harden against Brunson. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Harden with the defensive effort.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Out to Mobley. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Brunson with the rebound. Knicks trail by 3. Pass to Anunoby. Towns outside. Back to Anunoby. Brunson against Harden. And the shot goes down. Brunson's got 11 points.
The lefty getting it to go. Jalen Brunson once again.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. He's checked in for Evan Mobley. Strus comes in for Wade. And it's Merrill in for Harden. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Sohan comes in for Hart. And Clarkson subbed in for Anunoby. .55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Mitchell against Brunson. Allen a screen. From deep, Mitchell. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Sohan, pass to Clarkson. From the high post. No good, off the front rim. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Tyson. There's a screen. Into the lane. And down it goes. Damn, that one home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making the statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Cleveland on top, up by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Now here's Harden. He's covered closely. On the wing, Strus. 6 to shoot. Pass to Wade. Over Robinson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Outside Anunoby. Here's Alvarado. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Tyson. Alvarado defending. Harden from outside. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Inside. Ooh, using 2 hands to power it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Let's go!
A different look for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Strus. Mobley comes in for Tyson. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Merrill. New York also changing it up. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. The free ball is down.
They want the ball in his hand when the situation calls for it.
Outside Anunoby. Now Brunson. Fires the 3. Cleared away by Mobley.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of here.
Foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Hart against Mobley. Book it! Straight in!
Imposing inside. Mobley is just too much.
Knicks trail by 6. And here's Brunson. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Harden against Brunson. Now Harden. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And they get it back. For 3. The 3 is in.
If the defense doesn't slow Harden down, he's going to continue to pile it on.
9-point game. Here's Brunson. Outside Bridges. Outside Hart. Takes a 3. Oh, it doesn't go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Outside Mobley. Harden scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. Tipped. Stolen by Anunoby. In transition. Outside Bridges. Now Brunson. Puts it up from 15. Yes, sir! Count it!
A nice pass by Bridges. Just keeping his options open out there.
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock. Don't turn it over.
Mobley against Hart. Mitchell outside. He shoots. Oh, a perfect jumper.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Jalen Brunson, first, team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, James Harden, taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. Now a timeout called by New York. There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot.
Trailing by 8. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second. And that'll put him up by 9.
Would have been nice to drain them all, but he did enough to put this one in the bag.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Things were looking scary for them coming into tonight. But with this win, they're right back in it.
They showed a lot of character and a lot of heart. Many experts had written them off, but now we've got a series.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And now, time for our player of the game, James Harden.
RJ will be keeping an eye on the front courts in this one, specifically the matchup at the center position.
Yeah, and let's remember that there were some years where people thought centers were becoming obsolete, and now they might be the most important position in this league.
Harden outside, knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Knicks. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Hard against Mobley. Mobley sets the pick for Harden. From outside, off the mark. It's Hart on the wing. Wade is covered. Anunoby gets to Brunson. Tried to shoot. On the strike. The Cavaliers pull it in. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl-Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, you can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, you can overpower them in the post. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
It really is something else to watch a guy like Towns shoot from that far out.
Harden the pass to Allen. Now Mitchell. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Sam Merrill. He's checked in for Wade. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in. Hart kicks to Towns. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, the defense was fortunate. That was a good look from mid-range. He just was trapped.
Merrill passes to Harden. Fires from deep. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the wing right side. And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Brunson's checked in.
Substitution.
And the Knicks making a change here as well. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Tyson from deep Harden. It's rebounded by Towns.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Now, here's Mitchell. Merrill on the wing, defended by Hart. Shot to stop the run, and the three ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Robinson a screen on Hart. Screen dunk by Robinson.
Oh, that's a nice read from Brunson out of the pick and roll.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Merrill, defended by Hart. Mobley outside. Pass to Mitchell. Kicks it out to Harden. A three-pointer off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him with that good look.
And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Here's Schroeder after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Back to Allen. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Pass to Merrill. No good on the triple. New York leading by 10. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Now, here's Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Pass to Allen. Here's Merrill. A three from Strus. Diawara with the rebound. Clarkson outside. Now here is Robinson. Guarded by Schroeder. Robinson, that's good. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch you.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Mitchell. Out to Wade. The three. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Knicks leading by 12. To the middle. Here's Towns. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Jared Allen, and he's got his first chance at the line here. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Cleveland. And a switcher also for New York. Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for Bridges. And that one misses.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction. A prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
Yeah, to keep it simple, Matt, good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Back over to you guys.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And Cleveland making a change here. Nance is checked in. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the half. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Strus. No good on the three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Anunoby, good.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
The three from Harden. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Drops in the layup for two. And that's now 6 points for OG Anunoby.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Now, here's Shamet. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Here's Brunson. Harden with the defensive effort.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
It's Strus on the wing. No good, unable to end this run. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, get ready for some high RPM and amazing stunts from your popular Arena Entertainment.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They say live by the three, die by the three. Right now, they are on life support.
Agreed. They're shooting their way right out of this.
Looking at the series breakdown for the Cavaliers. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And here we go. Getting back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Finals. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
His performance shows no sign of any nerves. Great job controlling your emotions.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Bridges outside. Clark kicks to Anunoby. Towns against Allen. Towns, the pass to Hart. Shot clock at 6. Towns sets the pick for Hart. The Knicks rebound, and Towns gets it to go.
And you have to account for Towns on the backboards. He is too big to miss.
The Cavaliers trail by 21. Mitchell outside. Mobley outside. Mitchell outside. Allen, a screen on Bridges. Down low. And Allen with the slam.
Unbelievable. The agility at his size, throwing it down, big fella.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. So, Richard, let's give him some credit. Jared Allen has turned himself into a more complete player, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's not just a floor spacer, but he does everything else at an elite level. Very efficient. Doesn't make a ton of mistakes that will beat you.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Towns. 12 points for him. On the wing, Bridges. Over Mitchell. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter of the game. Brunson against Harden. Mitchell outside. Rebounded by Hart.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Brunson. Still without a basket. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Sam Merrill. He's checked in for the Cavaliers. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. 6 to shoot. Brunson, that's a two-pointer. The rebound by Merrill.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Pass to Mitchell. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Back to Merrill. Over Hart. Merrill can't hit. The Knicks leading by 19. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Pass to Merrill. Drills the three-pointer. Merrill's got his second basket of the night.
Proving how coachable he is. Mobley, this man is building a pretty decent passing game.
Brunson scanning the floor. Sweet little floater. Brunson's got his first points in this one.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
Brunson against Harden. Off with the layup. And so it's New York with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Wade outside. Pass to Strus. Yep, it counts.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Alvarado passes to Towns. Towns is doubled. Outside for Robinson. Deep two from Clarkson. And it's Wade with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 16. Merrill with the ball. Wade feeling it out a bit. Pass to Strus. Jacks up a three. Robinson there for the rebound. The Knicks leading by 16. Here's Towns. He nails it from 11.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Let's give it up for your Cavs powerhouse dance team.
Both teams will make substitutions. It's Allen. Harden outside. Now Wade fires the three. It's good.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Hard outside. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Towns sets the pick for Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
He's off from three. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Mobley a screen on Anunoby. And there's the three.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays, man. Teams putting a lot of emphasis on jacking up threes.
Great make by Brunson. That guy plays way bigger than his size.
Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. Down by 15. Here's Mobley. Shoots the three. The shot misses. The Knicks shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them.
And now we can start talking about Game 4. What a magnificent effort and really a significant victory for the Knicks.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And they're going to roll to their third straight victory to open up these conference finals, giving them a commanding series lead.
Yeah, a sweep seems just about inevitable right now. And with the way they've been playing here in this series, they are building a ton of momentum for the finals, especially if they can close out the sweep in Game 4.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
It's Allen.
Allen! James Harden with the assist.
Brunson against Harden. problem for New York as they get the win. You have to think at this point, up 3-0, it's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. And now, our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
Doris, how excited are you for this front court matchup we have in front of us tonight? Two of the best in the game.
BA, I've had this one circled on my calendar for some time. The front court matchup is absolutely special. Two big-time guys.
Here's Wade, back to Harden. The three ball. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Mobley against Hart. Bridges outside. The three. Mobley grabs the board. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Cleveland. This one for three. And he can't get that one. And here's New York now. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rallied behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Anunoby finds Brunson. Hart with a screen on Harden. To the middle. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Mobley.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
To the paint. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house, and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success.
Wade, that's good.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. James Harden picks one up, and the rise of Jalen Brunson has been fun to watch, Doris. No one saw him being this good.
I would count myself amongst those people, PA, and it's extraordinary. Jalen Brunson has proven highly effective, all league level effective, without having elite athleticism or size. And what that speaks to is his intelligence on the basketball floor. He has proven without those two qualities that you can be effective at the highest levels of the game. You have to admire it.
Merrill, he's checked in for Wade. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in.
This guy, such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Mobley outside. Harden against Brunson. Harden's shot is good.
I tell you, James Harden's ability to power through contact and finish with bodies around him is something else.
Right wing. New York working the ball around now. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. 6 on the shot clock. Kept alive. Robinson finds Hart. Mitchell against Bridges. Down low. And a big finish by Robinson.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
Mobley, a screen on Brunson. Pass to Mobley. 4-3. It's rebounded by New York. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Bridges against Mitchell. Back to Brunson. Yep, count it.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
16 seconds left in the first quarter. Harden against Brunson. Lets it go from deep. Harden misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Knicks up by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Back to Schroeder from the arc. The rebound by Diawara. New York leading by 3. Bridges with it. Picked up by Allen. Bridges outside. Inside. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
Another shot. Robinson gets the bucket. Robinson's got his second bucket on the night.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan.
Here they come, fans. It's your Cavs powerhouse dance team.
Look for Cleveland. Wade comes in for Tyson. And it's James Harden in for Schroeder. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Merrill outside. Pass to Wade. Let's go with a 3, and that one's good. Harden for 3.
James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
Now Towns. Now Clarkson. The 3 is up. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Clarkson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Harden, the pass to Strus. Cleveland working the ball around now. Towns against Allen. Pass to Wade. Back to Strus. Off target from three-point range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. Just missed it.
Doris, if you want the definition of a solid NBA player, Max Strus fits the bill.
Absolutely, B.A., and there's a couple of reasons for that. First and foremost, his competitive toughness is on display nightly. The guy never gives up on a play. You can ask him to guard up a position because he's got physical strength. He's a fearless knockdown shooter, and if you give him any space from three, he's going to catch his rhythm and have a big night.
That one drops for him. That's 7 points for James Harden.
James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Different look for Cleveland. Bryant, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And Donovan Mitchell is subbed in for Merrill. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Bridges. Shamet comes in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Brunson against Harden. Pass to Shamet. A minute 4 left in the first half. Robinson, and he banks in the layup. Robinson's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, exactly where you want Robinson taking advantage offensively. Use the length and size to score inside.
Mitchell with the ball. Still without a bucket. Pass to Wade. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
There's a reason teams put the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. This guy, you trust him to make the right play.
Robinson, a screen on Harden. Robinson finds Brunson. 17-foot shot on the way, and the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Outside for Mitchell. Here's the screen by Bryant. Pass to Harden. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Wade. Offline with a 3. Oh, he drains the 3. But let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And hold up. We're not going.
The previous play is under review.
Signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call. But I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. New York out in front, leading by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, so close. Let's hear it for the participants.
Game 3 action here at the break. It's a nice lead for the New York Knicks.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
Looking at the series breakdown for the Cavaliers. When you think about the series, Shaq, do they need to win this game?
Yes, Ernie, if they lose this one, they are in a serious hole. I'd even call it a Shaq-size hole.
Well, those Shaq-size holes are hard to get out of. But seriously, I call this a must-win, Ernie. I mean, you can't afford to fall too far behind in the playoffs.
A crucial game for sure. We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we're back with more action from the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Nice game. What a performance by James Harden.
Well, tonight is a big game, and you have to be impressed with the way he's come out firing.
You get the sense when there's big-time performances to be had, this guy wants to take part. You expect that this is a trend that will continue here.
Now here's Brunson. Bridges outside. New York working the ball around now. Pass to Towns. Tries it from 19. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bridges has got his first points of the night.
Sometimes the mid-range is your best opportunity. Bridges more than willing to make that shot work.
Three-pointer, Harden. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 6-point game. Hart passes to Anunoby. Now Brunson. Three-pointer. The rebound by Allen. Brunson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And then Harden with the jam.
Well, with that frame, that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
Knicks leading by 4. Towns the screen on Harden. Here's Brunson. 3D that time from Allen. And percent so far. Wade, pass to Allen. Mobley, a screen on Brunson. Oh, there's the alley. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
Wow, not sure what happened there. Yikes.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Pass to Anunoby. Towns taking his time here. Clock at 4. Towns in his comfort zone.
That to me is about Karl-Anthony Towns carving out position on the interior. Such a pretty play.
Outside Mitchell. Here's Wade. He's got 5. From 12 feet. And Anunoby pulls it down. New York leading by 6. Pass to Brunson. 1:36 left to play in the third quarter. Outside Hart. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
That's all grit from Josh Hart. This guy will mix it up on the interior.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Merrill, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And a switch here also for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. They throw good. Hart.
Now the intensity, the toughness, the absolute ability to play bigger than your size. That is Josh Hart.
Mobley outside. Pass to Allen. The 3 from Mitchell. The Knicks with the rebound. Bridges outside. And Hart with a basket on the assist by Bridges. Hart's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Mitchell bullies his way inside.
This is what makes him so dangerous. He's not just a shooter. Donovan Mitchell, adept at scoring in the paint.
It's Robinson, high post. Brunson against Allen. Robinson passes to Brunson. Second shot opportunity. The shot no good. The Cavaliers trail by 9.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong. And by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And so it's the New York Knicks closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. From outside the arc. And there's the screen from deep. A shot by Merrill, no good.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Out to the right wing. No, outside. Double team on Towns. Clarkson for 3. And it's Tyson with a rebound. Cavaliers trail by 7. Pass to Strus. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Anunoby, and he jams it home with authority.
Such a fantastic athlete. When OG Anunoby puts it on the deck, look out, folks.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Checked in for Strus. Evan Mobley comes in for Tyson. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Merrill. New York also changing it up. Hart's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said don't even look at the numbers, just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. Now Allen.
Oh my goodness, Jared Allen catch a body on the way to the cup.
Knicks leading by 7. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Harden against Brunson. Harden with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Hart with it, now guarded by Mobley. Now Towns. Allen rips down the board.
Right, sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
Brunson against Harden. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson Brunson.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Harden. Here's Allen. Now Harden. Shot clock at 6. Mobley. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
I'd say important moment for Evan Mobley. Needing the moment with a big shot. That's big time.
Brunson taking his time here. Outside Bridges. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First team foul.
Double team on Towns. Anunoby fires. Yes, sir. Hits the jumper.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Brunson. Yes, it's good.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Wins it. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.
You think it's only a matter of time, but the postseason is all about expecting the unexpected. They need to stay focused and finish strong.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.